Hey guys, James Wilson-Taylor here for Roxanne with your latest news update. Now, Connor Ball, you may know him from his work in the Vamps. He is back with a brand new project entitled The Lunar Year, and I'm delighted to say he joins me on the line right now. How are you, Connor?
Hey, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. Nice to see you in the very glamorous surroundings you got here. Is this the home studio
Thank
setup,
you.
is it?
Yeah, just a little home, second bedroom vibe, converted. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It gets the job done, I guess. So it's
Hey,
fine.
nice to have. Nice to have when you're feeling creative at home. It's always good to
That's
see.
it. Of course.
Well, let's get into it, man. This is genuinely really, really exciting. The project is called The Lunar Year.
Mhm.
Let's start at the very beginning. You know, you've obviously been a pop punk fan for a very, very long time. When did this sort of side outlet to your other work start to begin and start to kind of come together?
Yeah, so I guess as you say, I've been a pop punk fan for literally as long as I can remember. It's kind of the reason why I picked up a guitar in the first place. So I've had that even way before the Vamps. And so I guess in lockdown, it was one of them things where I've been doing covers on YouTube as well as the Vamps for years, like whether it be like pop punk, done like Bring Me the Horizon, that sort of thing. And then Sasha, our drummer, he kind of hit me up and was like, "Oh, I love your stuff on YouTube. Do you want to do a cover together?" So we did a cover of MGK, Forget Me Too, and yeah, we kind of just like really hit it off, and we loved working together on that. And so we started writing songs together, and I was sending him ideas and stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, this could be cool." So we went with it, and that was like 6-7 months ago now. So it's been in the works for a little while now. So yeah.
Yeah, it came together really, really nice, man. Yeah, I mean, I can't really express this enough. You know, obviously, we've chatted in a past life of mine. We've chatted several times when you work in the Vamps and everything. But
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I know for a fact that you really are very much embedded in this world. This has always been your style of music, the genre that you've kind of cared most about in a lot of ways.
Mhm.
You heard little snippets of it in the Vamp stuff for sure, here and there, but this really feels like a passion project for you in the biggest way, right?
100%. It's something I've always wanted to do. And like before the Vamps, I was in a pop punk band when I was like 14, 15. So yeah, it's always like been a dream of mine, really. And as you say, like when we've been recording for the Vamps, I'm always like trying to put octave chords in there, just like to get that hint of pop punk. So yeah,
Yeah, nice for it to kind of come out in this bigger way. And we say, you know, people,
yeah,
by the time they see this, they'll be able to hear the first track. This is the single.
yeah.
It's called Back for More. Yeah, again, just tell me a little bit about when this one in particular developed. Definitely got some of that sound that's so big at the minute. It's got that throwback pop punk sound in there, but a really kind of modern, shiny production in there as well.
Yes, yeah. I'm glad you said that. Thank you. So we worked on this song with Matt Malpass, who's done like he's done some amazing bands. He's an incredible producer. He's done like MGK and Blink and all these awesome bands. And the song kind of started in the shower, weirdly. I always hum in the shower and like do random stuff, and I kind of came up with the first line of the chorus, which is "I hate you," but in the shower, I was like, "That's pretty cool." So I jumped out. Wasn't finished yet, but I wanted to get it down on my phone, so I got it on the voice recorder. I think I have that, and you can hear the shower still going. And then yeah, just started it from that. I kind of had the chorus and needed to do the verses, and yeah, did the guitar, and there it was. But the demo that I like originally did is so much different to how it is now. I love what Matt did to it, so yeah, super buzzing.
Yeah, glad you mentioned Matt. Like we say, for people who don't know, you know, yeah, he's worked with everybody out there, either as an engineer or a producer or a co-writer. He's worked on the Yungblud record, he worked on
Yeah.
Blink's Nine record, all that kind of stuff. Gotta be really great. Again, like we keep saying, you know, you're a big fan of the genre. To be able to work with someone who's absolutely got that knowledge point there right in the front of the head,
Yeah.
that's gotta be an amazing, amazing luxury to have on this.
Yeah, honestly, he's such a great guy and like a really good friend of mine now. So I'm really happy to say that because he's such a good person. And it was annoying though because we were going to record the whole selection of songs in Croatia, and so he flew out to Croatia, and I was meant to fly out, but I got COVID. So the whole trip was still booked. So he still flew out because Sasha's from there. So we were going to record there. And yeah, I was sat in here actually, zooming in for a whole week whilst we kind of put the tracks together. And then I flew out the day after he left to do vocals. So that was a bit upsetting, but yeah.
Worked out in the end, man. You got there in the
Mhm.
end. And yeah, we mentioned Sasha, of course, from Cheat Codes. A lot of people will know that as well. And that's, again, that's another act out there that isn't afraid to kind of mess with different genres and really approach a rock sound in a really, really kind of different way. You know, lots of kind of dance beats and all that. What's that kind of working relationship been like with him?
It's been really cool. Like we share a lot of the same interests in terms of music, which has been great. And he's an amazing, amazing drummer. Like you're just like, here's a track. What do you want to do with it? And he just like, goes for it. And yeah, the best things come out. So yeah, we're like this. I think because we're on the same page with everything, it just seems to work really well.
Yeah, always best when it works out that way. No, that's really, really cool to hear, man. In terms of things coming up, a couple of things we have to mention, again, by the time this is out there, people will be aware there are some live shows in the calendar. And I guess what's going to be particularly lovely for someone like yourself, when you're used to playing the big arenas, the big outdoor stages and all that, this is a more intimate start, and it's those proper grungy dive rock
Yeah.
rooms again. You've got to be excited
Yeah.
about that one.
I'm super excited. Yeah, we're playing some awesome venues, which I'm just it's going to be sweaty. It's got a lot of energy. It's going to be different actually because there's less of us on stage than I'm used to. So yeah, and I'm going to be singing a lot more. So I got to test them chords, see if they're going to hold up. But yeah, no, it's going to be sick. I'm super super excited. Hopefully they go well, and we can do some more early next year as well.
Yeah, what is the kind of plan moving forward? I'm not sure how much you want to say or are allowed to say and all that kind of stuff, but it's highly unlikely this is a one-off single, isn't it? So how much
Yeah.
other stuff is actually back there with you guys? How many songs did you kind of put together in the end?
So we have more singles to come from this one. We have like a little body of work. It's not like an album, but yeah, I'll just say that. But yeah, it's super excited to do more. And like I'm speaking to Matt all the time as well, and we're looking to get some more time in the studio. So ASAP, we'll be recording again for sure.
I guess the lovely thing as well about the way things work nowadays, even when you look back to the early days of the Vamps, how much the kind of industry's changed at large and everything, where you can now, whereas you maybe couldn't have even 10 years ago, you could have two projects on the go at once now. This could be, if all goes to plan, an ongoing thing for you, right? This could really be an outlet for this side of what you guys want to do.
Yeah, 100%. I don't see this as just like one little project and then move on from it. This is like something I'd want to keep side by side with the Vamps. So if we can make it work, if it doesn't get too busy, then perfect.
Yeah, fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. I do want to mention as well, are there any kind of collaborators, like we say, behind the production desk, and of course with Sasha as well? That's some great collaborators to have on there. Do you have a wish list going? Do you have any other people in mind? You'd be like, oh, I'd love a co-write with them. Anyone from this kind of world that you could see yourself working with?
Yeah, there's so many people. Like I'd want to do it with all my favorite bands. I'm down. I speak to Pierre from Simple Plan a lot, and he's a great guy. I'd love to get in the studio with him. And his production's wicked as well, actually. So it'd be cool to do something with him.
Yeah, very, very cool. Such a lovely bloke as well. Really nice guy, Pierre.
Yeah.
I'll leave you with this, Connor, because I know you're a busy guy. You got to get off and do many, many other things at the minute. But I do want to ask you about the name a little bit, because that is an interesting choice. This could have gone under your own names or whatever, but band names are always an interesting thing. The Lunar Year is a very evocative phrase. Where did that come from, and why do you think it sums up what we got here?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I actually didn't come up with any other names. I sent this to Sasha, and he was like, yeah, cool. So we went with it. But I guess it comes from like my obsession with space and that whole like zodiac thing. Like I love all that. I've like completed the sci-fi section on Netflix. So that's basically why it just kind of came to me. I was like, yeah, I like it. So
some space theming going through the remainder of this project. Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like my most used emoji right now is the moon, because we just tweet it with everything we put. So, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, dude. That's a good one. Man, congrats on this thing. It's really interesting, kind of a surprising move from you, but I really appreciate it. Like I say, you're clearly a fan. It's clearly embedded in that world. All the best to you, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. No, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you.